Hi, welcome to the first episode or first video of my training journey. Today is not a training day. Today is a Saturday, July 5th. So yesterday was also a holiday, no training. Today's Saturday, no training. Sunday, no training. So the market's open on Monday. Um, this will be to document my trading journey. And just so you know, I mostly trade on my personal accounts. I trade Bitcoin, I trade ETFs, I trade yields, and I my goal for this year. So right now it's July 5th. So there's about 4 to 5 months left of the year. My goal is to get funded by the end of the year. I think it's definitely possible. Honestly, I would give myself like 2 months. So it's July, August, September. So September, I would ideally be funded, but I would give my time frame to the end of the year. So, just a little bit about me. I started not really trading, but I started to get into crypto around COVID. So it's like early 2020-ish. And then I had the opportunity to get that big COVID rally. I think Bitcoin topped at 68K, somewhere around that area. And I was also in some alts. I was carrying some metaverse coins, something like that, and some cloud computing crypto. Basically, that's where I saw that you can make a lot of money for it. Of course, at the top, I do what everyone does, right? You take the screenshot, you don't sell, and you see your money basically go down. Probably, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at my account because this is on my. It's on my hardware wallet, so it's on like a ledger, and I honestly haven't bothered to check. But I'm pretty sure I'm still down like 2K from the all time. But I think I'm about the same as I was if I just put the same money in. So I didn't really lose any money, but my money has also just been sitting there in altcoins, and altcoins are really down right now. Um, they have not seen the same momentum they had in the years prior, mostly because of the Bitcoin dominance, and people are kind of staying away from the altcoins just because it's mostly big institutions buying this cycle, mostly private companies and whales, and there's not really much of a how do I say? There's not really the average person is not really buying it. There's not any like degenerates buying like $1,000 worth of like poop coin. So I trade specifically only Bitcoin or crypto related stocks. I do buy a little bit of like data centers, and right now I just started getting into yields, so I'm getting dividends and stuff like that. My trading journey really only started probably this year, so 2025. I would buy things with my FAFSA check. I would just have it in my savings account, and then my mom was like, "Oh, why don't you invest it?" And I was like, "Okay." I invested it like 3 4 months later. I got like negative returns, and I was like, "Really, really, stock market, really?" So I was like, "You know what? I'll just do what I know. I know crypto. I like to think I understand it, um, and it is a bull cycle. So I was like, okay, I'll just put my money in crypto. I bought Bitcoin. I got like 8%. Not that much. Not that much if you're talking crypto in Bitcoin terms. But that was like before the big pumps. So I had like an 8% gain on that. It was only like two from $2,000. So is that like 1,000? No, is that 2,000? That's not that much money. That is less than 200. That's like 160. So I started putting more money in. I started buying exposure ETFs, so you would get 2 times exposure. I did good on that. I bought MSTR because I saw it was outperforming, and you get a better Bitcoin to, I forget how it works exactly, but you basically get more money because of the way the MSTR functions, buying Bitcoin, hodling, and basically not selling. So then when MSTR's price is low, you technically have not direct exposure to Bitcoin, but when it pumps, MSTR tends to pump more. So I bought MSTR. I did good on that. I bought MSTU, which is a 2 times exposure of MSTR, which was crazy. I made like 20% off of that. I got scared, went back down, so right now I'm only at like 10% gain. But then it's also because of the fact that I wanted to day trade on my personal account, which is tied to my broker that my bank uses, and because of some laws, I can't sell until until the trading day is over. I can sell the next day, which if you do day trading, that sucks because you have to wait a whole day, which is why I started my account on what is it called? TopStep? Yeah, I made my account on TopStep, and my goal is to get funded first and foremost, and after that, I don't really have a goal after that. I think I just want to get my first payout. So first get funded, get my first payout. Maybe my goal after that would be 10K? 10K. And the money I make, I would put into my personal account, which is the account that I kind of just had for long term. So I have, like I said, I have a little bit of Bitcoin. I kind of want to buy more MSTR, and then I have MSTY, which I just got started with yields. I'm kind of learning still about it. But you get yields. The chart looked pretty good. It looked like it was going to be in a positive uptrend for at least the next month and a half. And you get paid pretty good dividends, more than I've seen from other yields. So I'm doing that on my personal account, but for my TopStep account, I don't even think I can buy and sell Bitcoin just because of the fact that it doesn't make you do partial contracts. So you have to do full contracts. You can't do like 0.5 Bitcoin. You have to do 1 Bitcoin. So you'll probably be seeing me trade Ethereum. What else do they have? They have probably just Ethereum, S&P 500, and then that's basically it. I mean, what else do you need now? So, like I said, I got into trading because of crypto, but my goal, I do want to work. I'm studying data science. I want to be start off as an analyst, and then we'll see where I go from there. And it's kind of funny because I want to be an analyst. This is kind of different because you're not working with data and you're not making dashboards, but it's more about the story that it's telling. So when you read the charts, it tells a story. The higher time frames, so the longer it is. I like to look at the monthly, the weekly, and then honestly, the monthly and the weekly tell you the trend. The daily tells you what day it's good to buy. Once you know what day you should buy, you go to the 4-hour chart. You say, okay, this is the time frame I want to get in. You set your risk. You kind of. No, I don't like to go for price. I know a lot of people like to go for price, so they say, okay, once I make 10%, once I make 12%. I don't like to do that. I like to do time frames because I know the trends. Because you might get a spike up, you might get a spike down, you might get, I don't know, the price might crash just to sweep liquidity, and it might go back up. So I like to just ignore it, and I say, okay, from what I've seen, it takes maybe around like 4 to 6 hours for the trend to stop or reach its peak before it starts reversing. So I kind of just set my trades. I check on it in like every 2 hours, and then I cash out when I feel like I should. Not really looking for a price. So the next videos you'll see, I'm thinking of either doing trade recaps. So every week I do a recap of all the trades that I did that week. If I feel like waking up and getting ready and doing whatever, right? I'll wake up at market open and I'll record myself trading. I'll record my thought process that goes into each of the trades, and I'll kind of use, because some people journal when they trade, but I hate writing. I hate reading. So I think just making YouTube videos, this will be something good I can look back on and see my emotions, see if I was taking trades that made sense, if I was taking trades that didn't make sense, if I was maybe taking trades just because I wanted to or because I actually found a good setup. And it'd be good to look back and hopefully see growth. So that's all I have for today's episode. The next episode we'll be trading, and leave a comment below if you want weekly recaps or if you want me to post basically whenever I trade. So let's say if I take a trade tomorrow, not tomorrow, if I take a trade on Monday, I'll record it and I'll post it. I probably won't edit the video. I might just post like the raw footage. I might edit a little bit, maybe if I'm just like staring at the screen and it's boring. I'll record when I actually take trades, when I'm talking. So yeah, let me know. Please leave a comment. Please like my video. I don't even know if I'm gonna get any views or any subscribers. My account's dead. I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll take our first trade. Thank you.